Or you know, you have to pay to watch one documentary. What the hell? That's weird. That's real dumb. Well, welcome down here to the every person perspective or whatever the fuck. Okay. Finally have cough drops thanks to jam, so I should be able to read for the normal length of time. Okay. Take me back to first class. Ew, no, all these poor people. I have to work up. I don't know why I made you so nasally, but that's really funny. Okay. Oh, man. All right. We're going to continue with Volume 3, Issue 3, Number 16 from a couple of weeks ago. I was looking at reviews for Subterranea. I mean, it honestly looks sick as hell. Aliens have attacked a mining site as a result of a long-lasting hostility towards the human race. Okay, let's see. Perfect mix of strategy and power. Yeah, I remember already looking at these. The screenshots are another thing. Oh, I like that. It looks like a statue, and they made the tongue out of a different material, perhaps. It still looks really cool. I'm still drainy, and not in the good way. I'm not draining in the good way. Oh boy. Oh, that's better. Okay. Let's see. Blue laser missiles. Red. That doesn't look like a laser. It just looks like regular projectile. But whenever I think of a laser, I think of a constant beam instead of like a singular projectile. But Star Wars has the singular projectile laser blasters. So who knows? Green laser. Those look like sound waves to me. Most missions involve saving miners. Well, yeah, you gotta save them kids. That is one of my favorite jokes. Is the miner thing. It's so dumb, but it makes me happy. It involves saving children.
Rustling your lurk bushes, peeping in your window.
Enjoy your lurk, Mad Yokai, and thank you. Thank you for the stretchies. I just started, so I'm not stretch material yet. Ugh. Just let the demons leave your body. Alright, let's see. Most missions involve saving miners, killing a boss, and retrieving the sub-module. The children yearn for the... Oh, yes. The children yearn for the mines. SAT scan reports will keep you up to date on the condition of the mines. Everyone yearns for the mines. Even the giant dragon-looking creature. I'm going to be AFK for a while. Putting the gremlin to bed. Gotcha. Presumably, it is 7 o'clock. Ish. Ba 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 ba. On level 3, you must retrieve deflectors and use them to turn the laser on itself. I wonder if this is actually like help for the game, because I know that a lot of these old cartridges never really gave you instructions, except maybe in the manual. Although sometimes they didn't even give you instructions in the manual, they just told you the basic story and what was happening and why. That's a cool thing. If I could find like a high-res version of that, that'd be sick. It's giving music from The Elder, an album by Kiss. You know the drill. Except I also go through clothes before school starts. Gorch. Good luck. The bottom line, 8.75, 'cause Stone Cold said so. Let's see. Oh my god, Skitchin! That's hilarious. The Game Grumps played this one. Grab on these nuts and get ready for the ride of your life. 16 megs with passwords, 1 to 2 player. Special features, tournament and head-to-head, alternating in competitive play modes, multiple weapons and tricks. EA, before they were garbage. Available now on Genesis. Choose your favorite tracks on the portable CD player. Hell yeah, brother. Skitchin'. Break out the knee pads and wrist guards for this one, because you're gonna need them. Skitchin', for those of you who don't know, is similar to drafting in car racing. You grab onto the bumper of a passing vehicle and then use that added momentum to slingshot yourself around to the next car. In Skitchin', you take on the role of a hardcore inline skater whose goal is to become the world's best. This is no easy task, and definitely not for the faint of heart. To meet your objective, you'll have to finish in the top 5 in each race and avoid becoming roadkill. On the road to victory, you'll encounter obstacles, hilarious, ramps, and various vehicles. The obstacles and vehicles are the best to avoid. Just the best. But those ramps are a good source of extra cash. You got 8 tricks up your sleeve, including a McTwist, Daffy, weird, Mobius, hilarious, and other various flips in 360 degrees. Why did they put the degrees? God, that's really funny. 360 degrees. Depending on the difficulty of the trick, your cash will increase for every tweak you can squeeze out of each race. Every tweak you can squeeze sounds like code for something. I gotta squeeze my tweak, dude. Oh, I love it. Along the way, you'll find weapons and various special items to keep your opponents at bay. Michael Bay, you're scored on how many knockdowns you get, so be vicious. Besides, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, and you're gonna need that cash to pay for upkeep on your gear. If your gear fails, you fail, and then it's all over, buddy. What a weirdly, in-depth, what's it called? Equipment durability mechanic. It's very strange. The knee pads remind me of an old Mike Birbiglia joke about going to a club. He's like, there's club kids with glow sticks and knee pads, and they're licking the walls, doing cartwheels. Then there's 5 guys like me in the corner looking at each other like, I don't even know how I got here. Do you have any extra knee pads? Oh, I need to listen to his stuff again. It's so funny. Andy, Rick, and Paul are back to give their judgment. This game contains fictional portrayals of activities and stunts, and some of which are aimlessly dangerous. Attempting these actions or stunts. Game Informer, May, June 1994. Uri. Do not engage in any of the dangerous activities portrayed in this game. The play is very similar to Road Rash 1 and 2. There are hardcore wrecks and wipeouts, plus outrageous speed and luck. The graphics and sound are pretty good, but are standard EA. The control definitely takes some practice, so it's got a nice learning curve to keep you interested. If you like Road Rash, this is the perfect rip-off on skates. Pretty cool. If you're gonna be positive, be positive. Don't call it a rip-off. You can call it copycat if you feel like it. At least that gives a neutral connotation. Goddamn. Like, why would you? You gave it an 8, and yet here you are being like it's a rip-off. Like, oh my god, dude. Yes, they share game mechanics, but so do lots of other games. It's not a big deal. All right, let's see. All right, Rick, what do you got? Those of you who have played Road Rash, there it is. So many similarities, yep. Big and clean, smooth and realistic. Love the gliding motion of the skaters. Any skater needs headphones. Skitchin provides you with some catchy tunes. Hilarious. Skitchin is a fun racing game on skates. Highly recommended for skating fans, but if you already own a road... Dude! It's not the same thing. Clearly. Just because it has... Oh my god, these guys are fucking idiots. It's like that one game, so it's not that good. Like, are you fucking kidding me? God forbid I have a turkey sandwich with mayonnaise instead of ketchup. Like, oh, that's a rip-off of a turkey sandwich? Like, ugh. It's so dumb. It's basically the same thing, even though whenever you bite into the sandwich, it offers a completely different experience. It's almost like even the smallest of changes can completely change the way you play and see a game. Good God. Skitchin or Hookie Boppin'. Hilarious name. As many of us say up here. Oh, is that what they say, Paul? Is that what they say? It's a great idea for a game. The graphics have that Road Rash. There it is. The animation is superb. The sound's cool, but it needs some more screaming and yelling. Once again, reviewers trying to compare, making them lose points for things that they are expecting but don't have. Like, fuck off, dude. Maybe that's not what they wanted to go with. Skitchin's blast play and take some precision moves to do tricks or latch onto cars. The game should please the road... Oh my god. But hopefully it won't provoke people into seeking alternative transportation on their inline skates. I don't know, man. If you live in the city, just rollerblading around is a great way to get around and exercise. What is this? Pay close attention during the mission briefing. Shadow 5 and Shadow 3 are en route for battle. Incoming missile launch, a chaff for your toast. What? Make sure I got that right. Oh, never mind. I misread it. Launch a chaff, or you are toast. I get it now. I was like, what the fuck? Launch a chaff for your toast, just in case you get hungry. The tally is locked, so take the shot. Take the shot. They are right out in the open. Jimmy, take the shot. If you're lucky enough to eject before your Tomcat is hit, which sounds like a euphemism, the rescue team will come to your aid. I'm sure they will come to my aid. Next to your weapons system, navigation is your most important task. That almost grazed the canopy, but it didn't. Shadow 3 is on your wing. Tomcat Alley. What a weird cat-esque name. Take out the ground targets with your air-to-ground missiles. Splashing the enemy is the only way to complete your mission. Splash. All I think of is like splashing them with water. It's like splashing in a pool. And you're just fucking just splashing with water, and then they just nose dive into the ocean and explode. Ah! And you're just... That's so dumb. I love it. This is the best full motion video game. Oh, it's an FMV game. that has ever made on the Sega CD, and has set the standards for which all Sega CD access times will be judged. Why? It's its own unique style and art, dude. Not every Sega CD game has fucking real life FMV with real actors. Some of them are just fucking anime. Let's see. It's got quick cuts from scene to scene with awesome graphics that put you in control of your own Flyboy movie. The only problem is you don't ever get to fly the plane. You choose different paths, which with the cursor or point and fire. Motherfucker, then why did he call this the greatest full motion video? Why did he call this the greatest FMV game? Set the standards for which all Sega CD access times? I still don't get that. Access times? What do you mean by access times? Let's kick the tires and light the fires. I've got an Arizona refreshing herbal tonic. I don't really get that, but it tastes good, so I don't care. You are assigned to a top secret base hidden deep in the desert. Your mission is to immobilize the Russian Colonel Alexei Maury Povich, and his troops of ace pilots in his established stronghold in Mexico. Povich stores his 2 squadrons of MiGs and other weaponry. Intelligence has reported that he also has the ability, equipment, and supplies to create chemical weapons with a number of the U.S.'s major cities within strike range. Povich holds the U.S.'s fate in his hands, and you and 3 other specialists must stop him. You're the Radar Intercept Officer, Rio, in an F-14X Tomcat, along with your pilot, Dakota, and your best friend, Chet. Your jet's call sign is Shadow 5, and on your wing will be Ratchet and Buzz in Shadow 3. Before each of your 7 missions, you will be briefed by Commander Remington and his gun collection of your mission for your mission objectives. Along with your CO, you will receive additional information from Lieutenant Fujimura and Government Agent Mr. Williams. As Rio officer, you are required to perform many functions within the Tomcat. The most important of these is the weapons controls. On the left side of your HUD, heads-up display, are the weapons that are loaded onto your F-14. Your other duties include navigation, radio control, reconnaissance camera, and the actual aiming and firing of the weapons. Your teammates will keep you informed of your current duties, so keep your ears open and your finger in your butt on the trigger. On the trigger. With your mission ahead of you and the coordinates programmed into your navigational system, you climb into your Tomcat, lock in your first waypoint, and prepare for enemy bandits. Enemy bandits? I mean, I feel like all bandits are enemies in some way. Who knows? Excuse me. Your many years of training and hard work are going to be tested here in the skies. In what could be the worst battle of your life. If you fail in any one of your duties, your life may come to a bitter end, along with thousands of your countrymen. Countrywomen, on the other hand, they'll be just fine. Oh boy. At a glance. I guess these are lesser known games that get quick reviews. Illuminati. Okay. Grindstormer. That looks like Hulk. Tengen brings this arcade shooter home to your Sega. Featuring multiplayer scrolling and assorted power-ups, Grindstormer should have all the elements to keep any shooter fan happy. With 6 levels of gameplay and a progressively increasing difficulty level, you'll need some serious firepower. Luckily, Grindstormer's got that too, with an upgradable ship that offers different formations. Okay. Those are like 2 different games. Got it. Fair. Oh, it's a preview. I was about to say this one didn't get a rating. The Incredible Hulk, one of Marvel's best-known characters, makes his video game premiere. Oh, huh. With stunning graphics and unique gameplay, the Hulk is sure to be a hit. He has an arsenal of 25 different moves, including a bear hug, sonic clap of his ass cheeks, super stomp, and ceiling smash. During your quest, you'll meet some of the Hulk's greatest foes, like the leader Rhino. That's a Spider-Man villain. And Abomination. Your goal is to stop the leader from creating an army of biochemical warriors who will take over the world. See the next issue for a full review. Cool. Wonder who drew that picture. The close-up of his face. Looks very good. Double Dribble, the Playoff Edition. Huh. I like that camera angle. That's sick. StarQuest sounds very familiar. Ooh, RPG shooter? What? Namco, huh? Similar to Stellar 7, StarQuest leads you on an adventure to the outer reaches of space. With a robot unit Elvis, hilarious, as your co-pilot, you are about to take flight with your buddy, Gibson, on a mission to capture the Fortress of Void. During your mission, you will fight many enemies. You will fight many times with the space villains of Void, in both space and on the numerous surfaces abroad. Dazzling 3D polygon graphics make up the 30-plus planets that you explore. Damn. And your ship is loaded with 2 types of weapons, laser fire and missiles. The ultimate goal is to obtain the Star Cruiser as your prize for destroying Void. Which system is it on, though? Oh, okay, I see now. It's Genesis. I may look up a ROM for that. That looks interesting. Whoop. Genesis, hilarious. StarQuest Genesis. Huh. StarQuest game Genesis. Not Star Wars. That's not it. Is this like lost media or something? No, there's just a lot of fucking... There's just a lot of games called StarQuest. Let's see, what year did this come out? 94, okay, StarQuest. 1994 game. StarQuest 1 in the 27th century. Damn. This is just a list of Sega Genesis games. Star Control? Huh. But which... I wish it... Namco. I guess this is it. Star Quest 1, 27th century. At least in 95, though. Stream, PlayStation with volunteer pilot. Doesn't mention anything about the Void. I know y'all can't see this at all. I'm just fascinated that I can't fucking find this. Unless it's under a different name. Arcade games, console-based games. Created by. Okay, developed only, maybe? No, Star Quest. PlayStation. Published only, maybe. No. What in the fuck is Star Quest, dude? This is gonna bug this shit out of me. Oops. I'm saving this for sure. Excuse me. I'm saving that because that's real fucking weird. I guess I'll do further research afterwards. Hey, Barkley, shut up and jam. 6.5 from back in the day. Accolade, okay. Sir Charles. NBA Showdown. Hey, Asterix and the Great Rescue. Asterix and Obelisk. I never read any of those comics, but I from what I've seen, they seem to have like a huge following. Fido Dido? That also looks real fucking weird. The wacky character Fido Dido spreads his coolness to the Genesis. This time he has come to life from the artist's table and explores the perils of the drawing board. The black and white I was about to do it again. I was about to say epitome of coolness himself graces the objects scattered around and in the artist's head itself by warping in and solving the problems within. Many times, and health power-ups can be found to help Fido solve the mysteries in each level. There's also a bonus round consisting of 3 different objectives, including bronco busting, sharpshooting, and a little gambling. Solve all the puzzles and you will become the ultimate in cool. Sure, Jan. Sure, Jan. PGA European Tour. Pebble Beach Golf Links. I like that background image, that's neat. The eye's sick as hell. Time Tracks? With an X. This game follows the storyline of TV's newest action/drama, Time Tracks. Oh, it's based on a show. As Captain Darian Lambert, your job is to travel back in time and stop the vile Mordecai Sambi a Nobel Prize-winning scientist who has turned to a life of crime. Using futuristic weapons and your handy time stall, you can save the world from the mobsters of the future by changing the past. I like that logo, but that premise seems a little sus. Bubsy 2. Oh god. Oh, it's just a preview. Thought it was a review. Heimdall. Weapons, magic, and the power of Valhalla. With the power of my mighty axe. Sega CD reviews, okay. Heimdall. That sounds so familiar. And I don't know why. Heimdall. Burpees. Special features, a save option. Back in the day when saving was not standard on every game, some of them relied on, well, I should say most of them relied on passwords. It was very rare that you got a game that saved. It's some real Norse mythology. Yeah, it might be. I don't know that much about Norse mythology. In an ancient time, Odin, king of Valhalla, and another god named As... What? I don't think that's right. Another god named Asgard? Asgard is the place, dude. Unless I'm missing some deep-cut Norse mythology in which there was a god named Asgard who turned himself into the land. I don't know. Heimdall's one of the sons of Odin. Gotcha, that makes sense. What about this god named Asgard? I thought that was the place. I'm very confused. Very strange. Anyway. Yeah, it is. That's what I thought. Odin, king of Valhalla, and another god named Asgard, for some reason, created the Viking people and the earth with a strong love for their people. The gods kept in close contact with the Vikings until rumors that a universal war, Ragnarok, would soon be at hand. It's like they picked and chose which words they wanted to use and just took them out of their original context, which just makes it really weird. Would soon be at hand. Loki, an evil god, believed that the war was going to be too one-sided for the good gods, so he stole the three most powerful weapons of the gods: Odin's sword, Frey's spear, not Freya, Frey's, hilarious, and Thor's hammer. Loki, knowing that in the age of Ragnarok the gods could not visit the Vikings on Earth without becoming mortal, cast the weapons down to Earth. The gods were not sure what to do upon finding the weapons missing, until Frey came up with a plan. He knew that both the Vikings and the weapons were of great importance to them, so he sent the Vikings an immaculate warrior named Heimdall to fight in the Battle of Ragnarok and to find the powerful weapons for the gods. The saga begins with you choosing from one to 6 warriors to embark on a mission for the gods. You can choose your party from the many different warriors of the earth. Take your party throughout the 3 different worlds of Midgard, Utgard, and Asgard. It's literally like mythology, but Norse mythology, but New Testament. But they've already name dropped the place and the god. Asgard, the place, is right here, but Asgard, the god, is right here. What the fuck are they doing? That's some wild shit right there. It's kind of like hell and hell, the place and the person. In Greek mythology, I think, or Roman, one of the two. Either way. and exploring the many lands located in each world. During the adventure, you will pick up hundreds of items and spells to aid your warriors through the Battle of Ragnarok. Marvel did it better. Yeah, I know. That's classic Marvel fan saying Marvel did it better. Oh, goodness. Rescue the barmaid by cutting off her braids? What the fuck? That's weird. Catch the pig to prove your skill. What? Choose the heroes to join Heimdall in his quest. Retrieve the gold on the bow of the ship and you will become a true warrior. Each character can only carry 10 items, so drop the ones you don't need. Step on the second and sixth and first blocks from left to right to clear the exit. It's literally telling you what to do in game. That's crazy. Can you solve all the mysteries that you are about to face? I don't like your tone. Well, it's a good thing I don't think about tone when I'm speaking to people, because words are more important. Are you not a fan of Marvel? Let's see. The gods of Valhalla will shame you if you return empty-handed. Okay, the bottom. That's the bottom line. 7.5. Wait, 7.25. Okay. Sega CD gets another great roleplay. A great roleplay? Role-playing game? This time the folklore of the Norsemen of ages past are the stars. The demo in the beginning of this game is among the best I've ever seen, but the game graphics should have some kind of shading to give it some depth. I still have to whine about the access time of the CD. It really makes the time in between the select screen and the game screen last forever in the game itself. The amount of times and What do you mean, the access time? Never have I ever wanted to drive to your house and defend myself until today. All I said was that you are a Marvel fan. And that a Marvel fan would typically say that they did Norse mythology better than like a low effort one like Heimdall. Let's see, what was I doing again? Oh yeah, I was gonna look up the, what's the term? Sega CD access time. Your tone sounded derogatory. Why you jumping to conclusions like that? Oh wait, I misspelled access. This proved to be a technical challenge since the Sega's RAM access speed was initially too slow to run programs effectively, and the developers had to focus on increasing the speed. The estimated cost of the device. Market research convinced Sega that consumers would be willing to pay more. I guess that's what they mean, the RAM access, which meant the games are slow? That's the only thing I can guess. Sorry, speed walk to conclusions. I don't know. It makes the time in between the select screen and the game. Yeah, okay, he's talking about the load times of the Sega CD in general. As a fan of Norse mythology, I was looking forward to this Viking RPG. The game gives the player many puzzles to solve and items to use. There are things to like about Heimdall, but it's more work than fun. In classic RPGs, you could get much more character interaction than I found here. Graphically, the rooms I explored are intricately detailed and have a nice 3D appearance to them. Your characters move well, but look a bit fuzzy. Heimdall is a good exercise for the mind, but a bit too serious for my taste. My brother in Crisco, Rick, you claim to be a fan of Norse mythology, but you're like neglecting to mention the fact that most of this shit is made up except for the names. Like, come the fuck on, my dude. I'm glad you're wheezing, I suppose, if that means you're laughing. The gods from Norg? The gods from Norg have made their way from the PC to the CD. I don't recall any other RPGs with this heavy Viking theme. The opening cinemas and sound throughout are excellent. The menu and option screens are ultra easy to manipulate and control, but I did wish for a keyboard with so many icons. The challenge to complete the island is on the difficult side, so Heimdall may not be for all RPGers. Of course, this is the dreaded access time between screens. Yep, there's the dreaded access. It's the load time. They're talking about the load time. Other than that, Heimdall is well put together and should satisfy those waiting for more Sega CD RPGs. Sega CD RPG. I like that art in the background. That's sick. Star Trek, The Next Generation, the future's past. The past is past, the future's now. The future of the universe is in your hands. Make it so. The USS Enterprise in CC 1701D is nuts. Yeah, Romulan, okay. If there are Romulans, does that mean that there are Ramesons? Alright, let's see. Engineering. Commanded by Captain Jean-Luc Picard, the USS Enterprise, flagship of the Federation, is sent to monitor the activity of the Romulans near the neutral zone. Due to the nature of the Romulans' actions prior to your mission, the Federation is suspicious. Remember, the Prime Directive must be observed at all times, and keep your hailing frequencies open for further instructions from Starfleet Command. You will soon find that the main objective of this mission is to prevent the return of a weapon called the Derandomizer. This is a mythical weapon which very little is known. Legend has it that with the weapon comes the power of the universe. Is this the reason the Romulans have risked everything to cross into the neutral zone? Star Trek The Next Generation Future's Past is comprised of 3 styles of gameplay: strategy, flight simulator, and action-adventure. On the bridge, you are given all the options of the Enterprise, including the con, engineering, sensors, and communications. In each mission, you will be required to transport down a 4-person away team. On the planet's surface, your away team will be responsible for finding or solving numerous tasks. Each character will have at least one item that will give you an advantage, so choose your away team wisely. During your tour of duty, space battle will be inevitable. The Enterprise is armed with both forward and aft phasers and photon torpedoes. In battle, you may also need to allocate your auxiliary power to the shields or phasers depending on the situation. The entire crew of the Enterprise is waiting for you to give the orders, so act timely and intelligently. Remember, the fate of over 1,000 of the ship's crew will be in your hands. Engage. This was written before the word loading was used, I guess. I don't know, man. I feel like that can't be right. I'm very curious about the origin of the word loading for video games, because I really feel like loading a game has been around for a while, or at least longer than we think, you know? I could be wrong. But that's preposterous. I'm never wrong. I'm kidding. I am curious, though. Yeah. Cargo freight burden demurrage. Dock changing larboard. Show them your larboard side. Add in 34 seconds. Woman is trending. I love that. There's something really funny about the word woman trending. It's very funny to me. Oh, fuck off. Verbal noun. Also from 1520s. Loading. Oh. Good evening, VOD watchers. You're going to watch me look at the origins of loading. Lag, LAN party, let's play. LFG. Oh, is that what that means? Light gun, load out. But not loading. No. Come on, man. That sucks. Loading screen. Loading program data from the disk to RAM or initializing. Loading screen as a user, yes. Rotating symbols. In early video games, the loading screen was also a chance for graphic artists to be creative without the technical limitations of, yeah. Melbourne Draw, one of the few 8-bit screen utilities from a zoom function, with a zoom function. To eliminate loading screens while traversing normally through the game. Loading times. Progress bar, yeah. Oh. Article's lead section may be too short. Yep. Needs more citations. Okay. Ultimate pop culture. Jesus. I think they just copy and pasted. Yeah, they just copy pasted the bulk of the original Wikipedia page. Origin client. Online etymology dictionary. Oh, okay. Verb. Add weight. Adjective. Something earlier. I don't think I'd noticed that before. The larger trend seems to be to limit all loading. Speaking here. Okay. A video game dictionary guide. And you've got nothing. Oh my god, y'all. Where did the loading symbol come from? What is the origin of the name? Exquisite Corpse? What? The paratext of video games. Let's maintain. The loading screen simulator, that's funny. Research guides. I'm just fucking all in on this. This is driving me fucking bonkers. Digital games? No. I don't think this is it anyway. Huh. The ending has not been written. Rusty World. I got nothing. Maybe I'm just not using the right terms. I can't tell. Anyway, back to Star Trek. Captain Picard must do the last mission by himself. Thanks for spoiling it. Do battle with the Romulans in deep space. Be careful on the away team missions. You never know what to expect. Your tricorders are useful for more than just scanning objects. The Enterprise entering warp speed looks like it does on the show. Oh. Pick up items during an away mission. You may need them to help you complete the mission and return to the Enterprise. Use Geordi to fix the power of the lights, or if the lights are out. His visor will illuminate the situation. Oh, illuminate. Alright. Wow, that's got high scores. If you dig Trek and you dig intense RPG, that's not an RPG, and strategy games, like the two don't go quote unquote hand in hand. What are you quoting? Also, sometimes they go hand in hand, but not always. That's why there are strategy RPG games and RPG games without much strategy to them. And then you'll really like this. Then you'll really like this game. It's quite complex. Has a varying storyline and has excellent graphics. It's got just about every aspect of Star Trek that you could imagine. They even have stoolies that you can send to the planet just to get wasted. What? Perhaps the best part of the game is the play. The variation in styles keeps the interest up and the boredom down. Ross. One of my favorite television shows is now interactive. Well, he's biased. And I am in control. It makes me feel kind of like Q. He laughs nastily. Okay, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? The graphics are intense, with digitized pictures, and the animations are just as good, especially during away missions. I really like the 3 different types of gameplay. The concept and the options that you can choose from are terrific. Many hours lie ahead for me in this game, and I can't wait. Paul, Trekkies of the world unite and take over. I guarantee you all 3 of these fucking nerds are Star Trek fans. Take an episode of the Next Generation in which you have control of all operations, and you have this game. It balances elements of many different styles of games into one awesome package. or pack in this case. The likeliness of the crew, the likenesses of the crew are excellent, and the storyline is classic. This may not be for everyone, but true fans of the show will not be able to put it down. Only real fans can handle this Star Trek game. Fuckers. Oh, so dumb. I do have 2 IRL friends who are huge Star Trek fans, and I'm very curious what they think of this game, if at all. Okay, so I can't just like save the picture. Gotta screen cap it. Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. Alright, so... yo! Fucking pinball? Let's fucking go, dude. I love pinball. Okay. Okay. Woo. Stretchies. Player 1 up. Jolly Joker, Wizard Blackbeard, and Iron Man. If the first thing you do when you walk into the arcade is hit the pinball machines, boy, are you in for a treat. American Technos has put out the first pinball simulator for the Super Nintendo, featuring a new 3D perspective that gives you the look and feel of an arcade machine. Choose from 2 play modes, either challenge or player mode. Weird. Where are we? Challenge mode dares you to reach a certain amount of points on each one of the 3 machines, while player mode offers play for up to 4 players, alternating of course. Although the machines all have the same features, like a couple of different ramps, a multi-score trap, the kickbacks on each side, they are placed in different areas of the playfield. Each of the machines features multi-ball action, provided you can hit the right ramp enough times and find hidden bonuses. Not to mention a skill shot to start every new ball, and an English function to stop those pesky... Hold on. Where's the start of that sentence? Okay. Each of the machines features multi-ball action, provided you can hit the right ramp enough times and find hidden bonuses, comma, not to mention a skill shot to start every new ball, and an English function to stop those pesky drains? An English function to stop those pesky drains. Because I'm sure we've all been there. We've all had those pesky drains just draining us away. Oh my god. What a weird fucking series of words. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. Alright. I like the designs though, those are cool. Jolly Joker. Get multi-ball and see who's really behind the mask. What? put in the special ramp and put it in the special ramp, giggity, and get a random reward. Light the mystery and hit the ball in to get your choice of special power-ups. When the freeze light is on, the machine will return the ball if drained. Jesus. In an English function. What does English have to do with ball drains? Hilarious. If you're tired of all the video pinball just because they lacked that certain feel, check out Super Pinball. It is easily the most realistic pinball to date. Huh. Playability. Playability looks to be about the same. And that's the bottom line. 'Cause Andy Ross and Paul said so. Suzuka 8 hours. 8 hours of what? Oh boy. Going back to the pinball one, this thing looks visually looks sick as hell. Then again, I've always been a fan of pinball in many forms. Even the candy stand pinball flash games. The like 2 or 3 of them that there were. Meldak and Kaz, I don't know. Either way. Suzuka 8 hours. Motorcycle racing simulator. The only sound you hear is the creak of leather and the constant hum of a 750cc racing rocket. Giggity. This could be the race of your life. It's about to start as Namco introduces Suzuka 8 hours for the Super Nintendo. Mode 7 rotations gives you the feeling that you'd get if you were driving in a world-class race. With 5 different tracks to race on, including the famous Suzuka track, you're guaranteed to get saddle sore. Giggity. You're guaranteed to get saddle sore. There's a choice of 6 different motorcycles in either 250cc, 400cc, or 750cc, so that you can pick the best one for your style of driving. You can equip your bike with either an automatic or manual transmission with a specialty in top speed, quick acceleration, or great cornering. If you don't like the color bike you have, take it back to the shop and get it painted in any of 8 different colors. Don't like any of the 8? Too fucking bad. There are 4 unique racing modes that you can pick from. Time trial, practice, 2-player head-to-head, and a race tour in which you will get to race in a 15-minute, 30-minute, or 60-minute, or an 8-hour grueling marathon ride in the race tour. Now, in the race tour, you have the limited amount of time to get around the track as many times as you can. Race all 5 tracks, win the most points, and you will feel what it's like to be in a world-class motorcycle champion. Excuse me. Oh damn, that second to last one looks fucking crazy. Oof. That didn't seem to review too well. The overall rating is 5.5, and that's the bottom line, 'cause Andy Ross and Paul said so. I really do wonder if they got the bottom line thing from Stone Cold. Alright. .5, 6.5, 5.5. Damn, weirdly enough, the playability seems to be the worst part of it for most of them, except for Paul. It was a good idea to bring the arcade hit home. I didn't realize it was an arcade game. However, I think they missed the point completely. The graphics don't look a thing like the arcade. They're not meant to. Plus, the screen doesn't move any faster at 210 than it does at 5 miles an hour. While it does have some solid racing game characteristics, they never should have called this game Suzuka 8 hours. Damn, brother. Serving up some harsh browns over here. Suzuka 8 Hours is not something we haven't seen before. Duh. Let's face it, racing games are becoming a major part of new releases, month after month. The Mode 7 scaling is really cool for this type of racing. The background scenes were okay, but around the edges it looked way too choppy. I was happy with the many choices of machines and courses you could run, but the control of the bikes kind of sucked. I found this game to be basically boring after I had been racing for 2 or 3 laps. That's weird. For Energy Solstice, there is an equinox. Created by Software Creation for Sony ImageSoft. Weird. One-player action puzzle roleplay. 3/4 3D perspective. Automatic save. Wow. Sequel to Solstice on the. Oh, that's sick. Sequel to Solstice. The perfect find, a token and an apple. The agony of defeat. You can come and go from the dungeons when you find a ladder. First you must find the sword, then the heal spell. The evil bonehead is the first of many guardians you will face. Hilarious. Love that the official name of this thing is Bonehead. This game features hidden rooms and tricks that you have to discover if you wish to solve any dungeon. The key system is easy. White keys work on white doors, green keys work on green doors, etc., etc., etc. The 3D perspective is easy to read, and it adds to the overall look of graphics. Those sure do look like graphics. This cool animation sequence will greet you every time you go underground. I feel like the writer for this section just really liked looking at his pecs, and that's okay. Damn. Apparently Andy, Ross, and Paul really agreed. They said 8.75 is the bottom line. 'Cause they said so. In the years following Shadax's trial at Galandonia, peace and tranquility have ruled the land. Both the people and the land prospered. Shadax was then approached by a young apprentice named Sonia, who wished to learn more from the great wizard, but with her power she also learned greed. This upset the delicate balance of good and evil. Some arbitrary force was like, "You're a bit too greedy." Apocalypse! This upset the delicate balance of good and evil and brought Armageddon to the land. Sonia then kidnapped Shadax, your father, in hopes of ensuring her eternal reign. The last hope for the people of Galandonia is you. You must traverse 7 dungeon-filled islands, swarming with trolls and werebats, in one last attempt to save your father and stop Sonia. You are only an apprentice, but with time you will learn the skills needed to be a great wizard. You'll have to, or all hope will be lost. This sequel to Solstice features the same 3/4 view as the original, and many of the puzzle-solving aspects that made the original a hit. Each level must be defeated, weird word choice, in a certain order by first finding 12 hidden tokens and then defeating the level guardian. To attain this goal, you'll have to use your wits to find the hidden keys, weapons, and spells that will make the difference between Victory and Defat. After a long time underground, use the overhead map to discover your location. Some high marks, too. 8.75, 9, and an 8.5. Interesting. And yet I've never heard anyone talk about this game. Strange. Equinox and Solstice. I'll have to look into that one too. Okay. Okay. Oh boy. Stretches. Okay. The original Solstice was alright. It was okay, but nothing great. Equinox, on the other hand, is very cool. Like, I bet you if they didn't have to review games for this magazine, they wouldn't have bothered with this game. Oh boy. Playability is a bit repetitive. But if you like searching rooms and roaming mazes, this is the game for you. And yet he gave playability and entertainment 8s on both sides. 8-9. 8-9. Like, dude, what the fuck? A new role-playing game is here for the SNES that rivals Landstalker. Equinox gives you the advantage of both an action-adventure and a role-play in-game at the same time with 100% interactive fighting and moving. The gameplay was good. In fact, the only bad thing that I could say about Equinox would be that the diagonal controls make it tough to play in certain areas, like the bosses. Bright and beautiful colors adorn this cart through and through. As role plays, oh my god. As role plays, that's a terrible word. As role playing games come and go, I'm always amazed at how they get better and better. That's weird. Very weird choice of words. Paul. Yet another game that got its start on the 8-bit machine. Just say NES. It never seemed like Solstice was that popular on the NES. What do you mean? Are you trying to fucking fluff your word count? So it's kind of strange that Sony resurrected it. The graphics and the sound are very impressive. The 3/4 perspective, though it hinders play sometimes, is excellent. So it's not excellent because you just said that it hinders play sometimes. It really gives the rooms depth and a cool feeling. Control is responsive, although the perspective plays tricks on you at times. This is the second bad thing you've said about the perspective, and yet you claim that it's excellent. Find a better word. Find a better word than excellent. If you've tried the NES version or like that action-adventure style of game, Equinox is one of the more original carts I've seen in a while. Ninja Warriors. The arcade version comes home on the SNES. Yeah, oh yeah. The Game Grumps played this one, if I'm not mistaken. They also covered this like 2 issues ago. I guess they ported this to the SNES? I don't know. It's very strange. Yeah, Ninja Warrior saw a lot of my hours a few years ago, and is doing so once again. Not much, if any, is lost in the conversion of the graphics and animation. Yeah. So there was a SNES port, and then they made a Or there was a NES port, then they made a SNES port. Weird. Oh, Super NES at a glance. The Flintstones Treasure of Sierra Mad Rock. Hilarious. Oh, it's a platformer. Okay. Oh, that's why. That's not the full name. It's called The Flintstones, The Treasure of Sierra Rock, not Flintstones. And that... Hold up. I'm going back up there. Checking on them fucking screenshots. Where are you? It doesn't say. It doesn't give a fuck. Oh. Give me the full name, you ass. It might be StarQuest 1. Anyway. They said the full name here! The Jetsons' invasion of the planet pirates. And yet here, they don't. What? Oh, boy. That's just confusing. Mega Man Soccer. That's hilarious. That's right. A soccer game starring Mega Man. Also... Shout out to that nuclear, or what people thought nuclear energy was in the background. Just the fucking... Love that. King of Dragons. Huh. 1 or 2 player action. It's very vague. For more than 100 years, the land of Malice has been attacked by a dragon named Gildis. As time wore on, people of Malice pleaded, Gildis will awaken. You must choose from 5 unique warriors and battle through lands filled with orcs, skeletons, goblins, and lizardmen. Advance in levels with your character and collect the power-ups. Okay, so it's like a Golden Axe clone. Okay. There's the Space Ace port. Hilarious screenshot right there. Obitus. Or Obitus. Roleplay. The Tower Obitus once held the 4 magical gems of tranquility that kept the kingdom safe from all evil. Now the kingdom is divided into 4 separate kingdoms held by the sons of the recently deceased king, each possessing one of the gems. Evil runs rampant throughout the land. You take the role of a warrior whose mission is to retrieve the lost gems and return them to the now abandoned Tower Obitus, so that peace can rule the land forevermore. I didn't realize forevermore was one word. You will maneuver through both first-person perspective screens as well as side-scrolling action screens. Travel through the 4 realms while picking up many items and weapons. Fight the evil creatures that flood the land and converse with the inhabitants of the different realms. The fate of many innocent people rests on the return of the gems. So fare thee well. Fire Striker. I'm the Fire Striker. Twisted Fire Striker. Pinball Breakout. Ooh. That looks fucking sick as hell. What the fuck? This game mixes the elements of Pinball Breakout and an adventure game all into one. Your country has been overrun. I'm putting that on my fucking list to play. That looks and sounds sick as fuck, dude. What the fuck? Love that. Get a grip. I want Kirk Bramlett Jr. and Michael Dutta to read this. I was reading my GI. Your gastrointestines that came in the mail today. Dear gastrointestinal, is the first thing I read. I read the letters from those 2 guys, and they were the lamest letters I've ever read. Damn, brother is sending him his paper letters handwritten just so he could fucking clown on 2 people he does not know just because he did not like the letters they wrote. If this is from real people, God, that would be so funny. Just the biggest beef sent via the fan mail section of a magazine from 1994. God, that'd be funny. Get a grab. Are you ready to rip? Launch ICBMs. Intercontinental ballistic missiles. It's been one of those days. A revolution is about to topple our government. Your invasion force has been thrown back into the sea. Everything is fucked. Everybody sucks. And France and England have just levied trade embargoes against you. What's next? I don't know. What country am I in this particular situation? You haven't told me. In Third World War, it's your call. You'll lead one of 16 nations in a bid for world domination. Weird. Adapt your strategies to realistic, ever-changing world events and plot your every move on nearly 85 interactive scenario maps. Or if all else fails, there's always that little red button. I don't think it's that little. Entertainment from the dawn of civilization. That Flintstones game I was looking at like a couple of pages ago. Taito. The Jungle Book. Did they? Okay, it's SNES and Genesis. It's not NES. Okay. There's Ka. I never have seen the Jungle Book. There's the fucking ninjas again. Nina Warriors. There's World Series Baseball again. Hardball 3. Hilarious name for a baseball game. There's Zool, motherfucker. Zool. Super... What? Super Bases? Oh, yeah. Super Bases Loaded. Yeah, they did this one in the last issue. If you snooze, you lose. Clay Fighter, yep, 1 and 2, or 1 or 2 players. Clay Fighter. RBI Baseball. Baseball Stars. MLBPA Baseball. That guy's on the cover of the magazine. Total Eclipse. I like that first person. Like, it looks very Fallout-esque. But with that in mind, I am going to call it there for the evening. We've reached the hour and a half mark, basically. And, that's about it. Oh, I try not to read for too long at once. Whew. Okay. So, tomorrow, I'm going to try my damnedest to actually play some more Metroid. Because I really enjoy Other M. Oh, I forgot how much I really like that game. Like I said, everything else about the game, fucking fantastic. Everything about the game is fucking awesome, except for the Samus backstory plot, her connection with Adam, and the fact that Adam is in charge of your power-ups. Those 3 things are the only bad parts about Other M. That's it. Everything else is fucking phenomenal, in my opinion. But either way, VOD watchers, thank you for watching. To my left will be randomly selected suggestions by YouTube and a link to the playlist for me looking through more magazines. Like and subscribe if you feel like it. Otherwise, don't worry about it. See y'all next time. Bye-bye.